Hey, listen, I gotta be straight with you. We both know you're here because you feel that clock ticking, right? You're eager, you want the big win now. You're scrolling through the highlight reels of success stories. That guy who blew up in 6 months. That girl who launched a 7-figure business in a year. And deep down, it makes you feel sick. You look at your own progress and you think, I'm falling behind. Here's the brutal, cold truth that nobody who sells an ebook wants you to hear. You are not slow. You are not failing. You are simply refusing to accept the only rule of the game. The thing you want, the thing that's actually going to change your life and not just give you a temporary buzz. It's going to take time. And that's not a punishment. That's a prerequisite. And I know that's the last thing you want to hear. But trust me, that anxiety, that frustration, that urge to quit, it's completely understandable. We've all been conditioned by this instant click, one-day delivery world to think that real success is just a download away. But that thinking is the exact thing that's trapping you. It makes you quit 3 feet from gold. So, forget the shortcuts. In this video, we're not just going to talk about why it takes time. We're going to break down the exact simple strategy for how to not only handle the weight, but actually leverage it. We're going to turn time from your worst enemy into your greatest superpower, show you the 3 mindset shifts successful people use to compound their results, and prove that the best thing you can do for your future is to stop rushing your growth. You are right on track. You just need to see the scoreboard differently. Stay with me, because this is the only pep talk you'll ever need to finally win the marathon. Body of script, point by point. 1. The instant gratification trap. Why we're all impatient. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Why does it feel so agonizingly slow for you? You're putting in the work, you're grinding, and yet the rewards feel like they're miles away. Look, let's be real, you're eager. You want it now. You open Instagram or LinkedIn and see someone blow up in 6 months, and you instantly feel like you're failing a race you didn't even know you were running. You look at your own day-to-day grind, and it just feels slow. But here's a crucial piece of information. That feeling is by design. It's not a personal failure, it's a massive modern psychological hurdle. We live in the age of the instant gratification trap. This is where the science comes in. The moment you open an app or search for a shortcut, your brain's dopamine loop gets activated. Dopamine is the anticipation chemical. This mechanism is being used against our long-term goals. When you finish a task, your brain demands that instant reward. When you're trying to build a business or master a skill, complex goals that take years, the reward is delayed. This contrast is what causes that gnawing feeling of, I must be doing something wrong. You're demanding a harvest the day after you planted the seed. We're not telling you to stop being ambitious. We're telling you that your brain is being hacked. Recognizing this is the first step. You need to understand that the impatient voice in your head isn't the real you. It's just your brain screaming for the wrong kind of reward. Now, let's flip this. If that's the illusion we're chasing, what is the reality of the success we actually want? 2. The success illusion. What they don't show you. The reality check. After we've exposed the illusion of instant success, we must accept this truth. Rapid success is simply an optical illusion. You only ever see the peak. You only see the moment someone raises the trophy. But you don't see the entire journey. And this brings us to the most important analogy you need to remember. The iceberg analogy. The success you see on the surface, that's the tip of the iceberg. A small, shiny, visible part. But what you don't see, the massive part underwater that makes up 90% of the mass, that is the actual time it took. That is the foundation. What is this foundation? It's years of work that no one saw. It's those lonely hours after midnight, the sacrifices made, the hundreds of failed attempts, and most importantly, the relentless effort where you felt like you were making no progress at all. Successful people don't suddenly wake up at the top. They spend countless hours, days, weeks, and years working through the struggle. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They made things happen. And this is the essential point. Time is not just a quantity. It is a necessary condition for mastery. You can't expect everything to fall into place tomorrow. Have you heard of the concept of the 10,000-hour rule? It remains a core concept. It states that true mastery, that level of performance that looks magical to outsiders, requires purposeful practice and an accumulation of thousands. You don't need to find a shortcut. You just need to internalize that the time you are putting in now is the actual process of building that massive, unseen foundation underwater. Every failed attempt, every day you show up for work, this isn't slow. This is the construction process. 3. Time as an ally, the compound effect of consistency, the mechanism. Now that we've exposed the illusion, it's time to flip the script entirely. We need to stop viewing time as a cruel enemy that measures how slow we are. Instead, you must see it as your greatest, most powerful ally. Time is a tool for acceleration. The key to enduring the wait is not passive patience, it's active consistency. Let's introduce the concept that successful people rely on, the compound effect. This is where the magic happens, but it's a slow burn magic that only works with consistency over a long duration. Here's the powerful math behind it. Imagine you commit to getting just 1% better every single day. One tiny change. It's almost negligible. But when you apply the compound effect, that 1% improvement, repeated daily for 1 year, doesn't just make you 365% better. It makes you 37 times better, 37 times better. That is exponential growth fueled purely by time and consistency. The results you are demanding now, the sudden, massive leap, actually arrive later, but they feel sudden only because the growth was invisible for so long. This mechanism is exactly why people like Darren Hardy, who codified the concept, preach consistency. Small, smart choices, consistently made over time, equal radical difference. So, how do you apply this? Focus only on the daily 1%. Did you show up today? Did you do the tiny, boring thing that moves the needle forward? Good. You just activated the compound effect. You are investing in future growth, even if you can't see the fruit yet. But there's a catch. Activating the compound effect requires you to keep showing up, even when it's painful. And that brings us to the next, most crucial step, understanding the value of resistance. 4. The value of resistance. Why struggle makes it valuable? The mindset shift. We've covered the math. Now let's talk about the mindset. The secret is not just in putting in the effort. The secret is in how you handle the frustration that comes from the delay. Here lies the most vital mindset shift. Resistance is not an obstacle. It is the essential part of the process that prepares you for success. Think of it this way. You don't just want the gold or the achievement. You need to become the person capable of handling that gold and keeping it. And time, struggle, and failure are the tools that forge that person. Every setback you face, every day you feel exhausted, every time you fail and then get back up, you gain the character and wisdom that cannot be bought. If it were easy, everyone would be there, and your success would be worthless. Would you rather have a diamond formed under immense heat and pressure, or a handful of sand? The pressure gives the value. The struggle is not a roadblock. It is the blacksmith's forge that makes you stronger. To truly embrace this, we need to adopt an ancient philosophy, Stoicism. The Stoics teach us the principle of love of fate, or amor fati. This means accepting, even loving, everything that happens on your journey, including the hardships, because you realize that these difficulties are not against you. They are shaping you to be ready for the grand outcome. Without this struggle, when success hits, you'd just be a lucky individual. But after years of enduring, you'll be someone who earned it. You'll have the resilience and depth needed to sustain it. That is the real victory. 5. Stay in your lane. The comparison antidote, the actionable advice. So, you are committed to the daily compounding and you understand the value of the struggle. But one thing will try to sabotage all of it. Comparison. You look at others and compare your beginning or your middle to someone else's highlight reel or their finish line. This is a fatal logical error. Comparison is the ultimate joy thief. Here's the quick fact. Social media, our algorithms are literally designed to show you the peak performance of someone's life. You are only seeing the glossy surface, not the hidden years of toil. You are comparing yourself to a biased and often manipulated data set. So how do we stop this mental trap? The solution is simple and powerful. You only play against yourself. Your mantra from now on is, you versus yesterday. Your only job, your only competitor, is who you were yesterday. Did you show up today? Did you execute your 1%? Did you learn one new thing? Good. That is the only scoreboard that matters. Give yourself permission to stop looking left and right. Your timeline is your own timeline. No one else's success can diminish your potential. This is your path, and by sticking to the metric of personal improvement, you free yourself from the debilitating pressure of an external, irrational race. Focus on the only thing you can control, getting better today. 6. The finish line, the true meaning of in time, the conclusion. So, let's agree on this crucial final point. It is going to take time, and that is precisely the point. That is the value of the process. When you finally get there, when you see the results you dreamed of materialize, and trust me, they will materialize. You won't just look at the material success you achieved. You will look at the person you became because of the time, the struggle, and the consistency. That internal transformation is the victory. Quick, instant successes often crumble just as fast. But the success built over time, through discipline and enduring patience, is a success that is real, sustainable, and entirely owned by you. Time is your ally. It is not passing in vain. Every second you spend working is shaping you into the person capable of handling the future you seek. My final word to you: don't rush the growth. Don't rush the lessons. Don't rush the process. Every day you keep showing up, you are getting closer. As long as you remain committed to the work and patient with the journey, you will get there. In the end, it's not about how fast you get there. It's about who you become along the way. And that, my friend, is the real win. Trust the process, trust yourself, and start building your 1% today. We'll see you at the summit.